Yo, tubers, back for another draft on Magic Online. Some more Vintage Cube, which, let's see, today is the 22nd, so this will be uploaded on the 23rd, which means probably in one day we will get some Chromatic Cube. So if you're watching this on the day of release, Chromatic Cube should be coming up on Arena, and we'll be doing that for our daily tuber videos. Anyways, we'll jump right into our Pick One, Pack One, where we opened a beautiful little mana drain. Love that card. You thought Counterspell was good? Well, how about a Counterspell that gives you mana on your following main phase? Seems kind of nice. Passing a Flooded Strand here. There's a good old Yawgmoth's Will. But we take the drain, baby. Ooh, we could just do, like, busted blue cards. That is always a fantastic archetype. Bribery, a really powerful card. Can just be an instant win con, you know, versus some decks if you're playing against some of the strategies that run a lot of the... you know, creatures with huge ETBs, so like Archon of Cruelty or Woodfall Primus, anything like that. Bribery can just be an insta-win. Sometimes you get things like Eldrazi, and even versus just like plain old aggro creature decks, often enough you can get a good value creature. So good enough card for 5 mana. We already took a blue card to start. I'm passing a Library of Alexandria, which is also pretty nice, but I think let's cut off the signal and get the blue stuff. Into maybe just a Spell Seeker here, pick number 3. That looks good to me. Can already grab Mana Drain, and there's a lot of upside if we like wheel the balance here. Seems good. No other blue cards in the pack, so continue to cut off the signal, I think makes a lot of sense. This is interesting though. A lot of good options here. We have a Brazen Borrower, a Hollowed Fountain, Scalding Tarn, Cloudskate, and a Daze. Really interesting pick here. I think the most likely of those to wheel would be the Riftwing and the Daze. So I'm guessing one of the lands or the Brazen Borrower are probably the right choices. That's tough. That's really tough. I like fetches too much, and this has some potential if we get like Jace or Brainstorm or something. Yeah, I'm a big fan of fetches, so let's grab that. And into a Force of Negation here, perhaps. That or an Urza's Saga. Ooh. There are some fun things you can do with Saga decks as well. We could even like try to build a nice artifact deck with Saga. That's interesting. Saga's so good. Why do I feel like Saga's a better pickup than Force of Negation? Even though Force of Negation is literally perfect for our deck. It's just too good. It's just too good. We'll take it. Alright. Sorry. Goodbye to the Force. Saga it is. Another really solid pack here. Ancestral Vision, the only blue card. But then we have like Soulfire Grandmaster, Karakas. I would play Karakas just in a straight up blue deck. Grandmaster is tempting as well, because this is only pack 1. We could still go and find a Time Walk in packs 2 or 3, get lucky with the infinite combo. And it's always just good with like counter spells as well, but feels like maybe the Karakas or the Vision is a better choice. Karakas is so good. Yeah, let's take another utility land. Plus maybe we can pick up like a Venser to go along with that. Memory Deluge here, also pretty nice. Passing a Ballista, but not much else. Stormcaller also really good if we can get some cheap cantrips or that Time Walk I was talking about earlier. We'll do that. Murktide Regent on the wheel, potentially. Relic of Progenitus, also pretty nice actually. Yeah, good sideboard card, and since we already have Urza's Saga, I think this actually makes more sense, right? Let's do that. This is a white, blue, black land. It seems like an easy pickup. Over Boros Signet, perhaps? Yeah, I like that. Okay, this pack doesn't have anything we would want to play in it, so... Would we run Knight of the Reliquary? I don't think so. I just hate draft the Thalia, it doesn't really matter. Good start. don't think we wheeled any of those blue cards. I don't actually remember what pack they were in, but yeah, it looks like none of those cards came back. Disenchant's a good one. We already have Caracas and Rafine's Tower, which are just kind of free rolls anyways. Solid pickup that we could play. Okay, and maybe if we go blue-white control, Judgment also really good here. Over Blade Splicer. Having the Disenchant also gives our Spellseeker a second hit, although I'm not too concerned about that since we're only in pack 1. Yeah, good start though. And we wield the Grandmaster. Okay, this is probably going to live in our sideboard for now, unless I randomly get Time Walk. But there's a chance. For sure a chance that we end up playing that. Into pack number 2 we go. Time Twister, not so good in this style of deck. For us, we have a Karn, a Top, and a Treachery. I think to a lesser extent, you could probably consider taking Spellbinder or maybe Stoneforge, but I believe the play is probably just Treachery or Top. I mean, the thing about the Top is that it's a much better grab off of Saga than Relic of Progenitus is. But Treachery is a pretty busted card. That's another one of those 5-mana blue cards that, if you're playing blue, kind of hard to pass. Yeah, I'm going to first pick it here. I don't expect the Top to come back, but I think Treachery just fits the bill a little bit better. Into a Celestial Colonnade here, perhaps. Or we could just ditch everything and take the Sneak Attack. LOL. No. This feels like a Colonnade. Oh, actually, no. Does this feel like a Delta? I didn't even notice the Delta at first. Maybe Delta's better since we have, like, the Tower. Gives us a second fetch. Although I guess without the Sensei's Divining Top that I just passed. The shuffle effects are a lot less interesting. Solitude also in the pack. Yeah, I guess the upside of Colonnade if we end up in blue-white's a lot better, so we'll just take that instead. Click's pretty good. Elspeth's okay. I like the flashy flash here of the Click a little bit more. I'm wondering if that pass of Force of Negation pretty late put somebody on my left into blue, and now we're not getting many of the blue cards we want to see, like Remand and Spell Pierce and some of the other counters and whatnot. As we get a, what is this? Ketria Triome? Island, Mountain, Forest? No, probably not. Gideon? Probably not. Omnath? Probably not. I suppose, you know, there's still a world where we take Pestermite and get, like, Splinter Twin. I mean, we aren't locked into white. It's just we have a lot of white fixing randomly. Yeah, because this pack is so weak, I don't mind taking the Pestermite. Probably end up wheeling the Recruiter as well. That's a possibility for sure. Yeah, and now there's a Deceiver Exarch here too. Definitely could have just pivoted into a random Splinter Twin deck as we get an Expressive Iteration pretty late. Sure. Yeah, alright. This looks better now. This looks a lot better. We'll still free roll run the Caracas, but now like the Tower and the Colonnade are less likely to be played. Still would probably run this Saga. Okay. Into, wow, okay. That is a fantastic sign. Getting a miscalculation here and a Jace. Got to take the miscalc here, I think. Just some more cheap interaction. And, like, you look at our creatures, 3 of them are flash, right? So we can hold up a bunch of counters and a bunch of our creatures on the same turn. This is, yeah. I think we found the right spot to be in. Especially after taking the Exarch and the Pestermite. Hopefully nobody's like, hey. Hopefully nobody's like trying to randomly force Kiki-Jiki / Twin and have taken them. But, I mean, there we go. There's a reflection. So even if we don't get the better versions of the combo pieces, we still have at least one way to do so. Although this one's obviously really slow. You can't really bank on this getting there. And it's face up when you do, right? You play this on turn wherever, and then it takes a multiple turn cycle to get the Kiki-Jiki. And then only then, after a turn of Summoning Sickness, does it actually do anything. So that is nice. All right. We can cut the Relic of Progenitus now. We can run that Top, and that was beautiful. Yeah, I think this deck is going to look real good at the end. Might not run the Crocus after all, depending on if we can get enough fixing. Let's see, Scalding Tarn here gets Stomping Ground, which gives us green, which doesn't do anything, but who knows. Direfleet Daredevil's not bad. Good sideboard card. Hey, there's the Recruiter. Called that one. All right, and this grabs both Exarch and Pestermite. So, yeah, really just looking for Splinter Twin or Kiki Jiki in pack number 3. If we do get Kiki Jiki, we're going to need to pick up a little bit more fixing. I don't have an actual duel right now for the deck. But this is a really, really good initial start. I guess Relic of Progenitus is just another 1-drop free roll. Factory and Iona. Not going to be running those. Oh, how about a little Black Lotus action? I accept your offer. What are we passing here for it? Force of Will's the biggest loss, but then Narset and Fury. Yeah, like Black Lotus, obviously taking that. Losing out on Force and then Narset. Oh, and then I guess Swords to Plowshares. Yeah, Swords would be a fine splash too if we didn't have better choices, but eh. Woe is me. Just going to take this little Black Lotus and now going to take a counter spell here over Bone Crusher Giant. So notably, even if I don't end up getting Kiki Jiki or Splinter Twin, we still run these combo pieces. 1, we have the Fable of the Mirror Breaker, and 2, like these put a huge target on their heads. Your opponent plays around them constantly, just afraid of what they can do, you know? They might not know I don't have the combo piece in my deck, but they'll still try to play around it at any cost. Tinker, damn. It feels like they've really neutered Tinker in this cube. I don't know why. So I don't think we even want it. Basalt Monolith is alright. Mesa's okay. I guess we take the Mesa because we have the top for shuffle effects. Oh, Seagate Stormcaller not looking too good here, is it? Could take Firebolt for interaction or Wormcoil for just another random win con, but I like taking the fetch. If I could just get one blue-red duel, that would be so good. I guess I'm a little bit short on playables right now, aren't I? So I might need to take like this. Oh, you know what? I think Teferi is definitely worth splashing here. Absolutely, Teferi is amazing, and we have good fixing already. And that gives us a Rafine's Tower now to grab with both Mesa and Scalding Tarn. So I don't think I'm going to run the Colonnade, but I'll definitely run the Tower and the Caracas, and that already gives us 4 white sources just there. Good, good, good. Into another brick-ish pack. I don't think Wheel of Fortune's what we want here. Renin 6 without much to do with it. I mean, I guess I have Stomping Ground and 2 fetches. So it could be splashing Renin 6 here too. That's a little bit of a stretch, but do we need Frantic or Gilded Drake or Wheel of Fortune? No. Do we need to splash Recruiter? No, because we already have the red Recruiter. Yeah, legit could see splashing Renin 6. Okay, maybe. Probe's a free roll. Foundry, I guess, is another win con. We don't want Expansion Explosion. We'll just take the Probe. Dragon Rage Channeler's not bad. That's another good one here. We could definitely move into heavier white at this point. So cut the Ren. Put in the Colonnade. Get the Disenchant and maybe the Soulfire Grandmaster back in. Do more, maybe a little more Jeskai nonsense here. Because that means we could just like splash the red and get access to like the Wandering Emperor here instead. I could see that. Sorry, Signet. Sorry, Dragon Rage Channeler. This makes sense to me now. A little Gideon action too. Oh, you know what? We could also take Geist of St. Traft. Although a Planeswalker feels maybe better. More double white cards is, I guess, slightly awkward. I guess the Recruiter becomes a cut then, though. And we'll just splash Fable and maybe Iteration. Yeah, let's do that. Sunbaked Canyon? Wow, that was a surprisingly amazing wheel. That's good. Hero of Blade Hold. Yeah, I mean, this was a really strange late pivot, but this is going to work out, isn't it? Adeline, too, maybe. I don't know if we want any of these creatures. Maybe Gideon's okay, but sort of Feast and Famine almost seems better. I'll take a maybe sword. Was there another land that I could potentially wheel? Oh, you know what? That Council's Judgment in our sideboard also probably comes in. This is a very strange late pivot. Which means, I guess I'm going to cut the Expressive Iteration and just splash Fable instead. Yeah, I think that makes sense. And then we do need to run like one mountain, though, if I do this, which kind of sucks. I think the sword might actually be good after all. Cut the Relic of Progenitus, bring in the sword instead. Oh, we have a lot of double white and a lot of double blue now is the only issue, but... You know, I should probably get the Giver of Runes in this deck, too. Cut the Spellseeker, maybe? The Spellseeker grabs counters and whatnot, but I don't think that's quite good enough. Weird. Like, pack 3, we turned into a blue-white deck. Okay, but I dig it. I'm here for it. And that made our fixing much better, too. So minor little splash here of Fable of the Mirror Breaker for our random click and our random Pestermite and Deceiver Exarch. Colorless land. Okay, yeah, I like it. So one mountain for both the fetches. That's 5. Let's see, so both of our fetches grab blue in the form of tower, so 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 blue, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 white. Feels like we want a lot of double blue and a lot of double white at the same time. The double blue is a little bit earlier though, so 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so let's go higher on blue. 10 blue, 9 white. Oh, you know what? That Hollowed Fountain. I don't remember what I took over it now, but that Hollowed Fountain would have been so good here as well. This looks fun, though. I'm excited. I think this deck is solid. The fixing could be better, but we have some good strategies. So we'll go to round 1 and, yeah, see what we can do. All right, on to round 1 here of this vintage cube draft. Sadly on the draw, but the hand looks good enough here. Ooh. Opponent with a turn 1 Soul Ring is not giving me confidence. Yeah, I'm going to lead with Colonnade here so I can hold up Counterspell on turn 2, but hopefully this isn't great. Rather, hopefully this ends up okay. Maybe they don't do much here. Okay, nice. And we get to just disenchant the Soul Ring instead. That's fantastic. Good. Especially since they didn't do anything with 3 mana on turn 2. Nice. Alright, and now we're just going to slam the Adeline here, I think, and not hold up Counterspell. Next turn is also going to be really, really good for us. They have an Endurance? Sure. They shuffled or they put their Soul Ring back. So next turn we go Saga, play Giver, and hold up Treachery. Kind of a gross curve here. Beautiful. So let's go land. Giver of Runes. Smack in. If they eat the token, they take 3 damage. Perfect. And yeah, our hand looks pretty nice. Rex Sage, the Urza Saga. I will say no thank you on that. And then we go Treachery into maybe Bribery or just activate Saga. Depends, really. We'll find out. They might just scoop to the Treachery, honestly. I'm guessing... Okay, yeah, they did just scoop to the Treachery. I'm guessing Bribery and getting more information is probably a better line, but just holding up the Saga is kind of tempting still. All right, that was a nice little sequence there for us. Our sideboard is basically irrelevant, so not much to do, but just resubmit it and go to the next game, I guess. With an okay hand. We have Caracas with Vendilion Click combo, so kind of nice at keeping the opponent off of super relevant cards later on in the game. Do want to lead with Island here because we have what, Mana Drain and Counterspell, so if we draw one of those we can cast it next turn. If not, we will lead with Caracas, say go. Tireless Tracker. That's a good one. Can't do much about that right now. Miscalculation. Yeah, so let's draw the miscalc. I guess running out Adeline into... you know what? Let's just go Adeline into Gideon. That seems way too good. And then we can go like Treachery into stuff. I don't think we really care about holding a miscalc next turn. Yeah, that's fine. Ramonette plus Fetch plus Tracker is really good, but don't think we're super concerned about this. Alright, so let's play out land. Let's play out Gideon. Let's make a 2/2. Let's smash. I'm okay if they double block Adeline. They didn't though, so that's good. Alright, I'm assuming they're going to scoop next turn. Treachery on the Tracker again, holding up miscalc is really freaking gross. Yeah, that's fine. What can you do versus such power? Okay, nothing. So let's hold the fetch. Crop rotation in response. Get another clue. Okay. They shouldn't have sacked the clue. Now they're giving me the Tireless Tracker as a little bit larger of a creature, but whatever, we'll take it. Then let's go Uptick. Smash for 1,000,000. And pass to you. So if they do something scary that I can't miscalc, we can always spin the top and try to find one of the hard counterspells. So yeah. So let's draw with Canyon. Then spin the top. There's Mana Drain. Draw the top. And Mana Drain. Just like we drew it up. Thank you. Thank you and GG. Yeah, so there's dead on board any number of ways. All right, nice little 1-0 start here. Let's keep it going. On to round number 2 here of this vintage cube drafto with our blue-white, reddish twin deck. I don't know. What would you call this? Who knows? We're on the play here. This hand is okay. I think it's worthy of keeping. We'll go turn 1 island top. Turn 2, just draw naturally for turn in case we draw any of our random 2 drops. Then we go turn, pass. Plan on spinning the top and then maybe fetching. As opponent has a turn 2 Siggy. Judgment, Bribery, Giver of Runes. I think those are cards we would like to shuffle. Let's go grab our white source. Not going to upkeep activate because we would want to just play out our lovely little Adeline this turn. And then just not naturally draw for the turn next turn as well, I think, in case we draw an untapped source for the Emperor. Opponent leads with an Ashiok. Well, that's going to help us get through our deck faster. They eat 2 lands. Wait, how did I draw an extra card? Did I draw a land for the turn? Oh, I'm crazy. For some reason I thought... Okay, disregard me, I'm crazy. We already had a land in our hand. Anyways, they ate 2 lands and a probe. Let's go ahead and attack the Ashiok. This is still bugged. You're supposed to be able to choose what the token is attacking, but the Adeline token still attacks only the player. It's so messed up. This has been this way forever. Mana Drain to Fairy Gun now really sucks. So their Ashiok should be on 4 loyalty at the moment. I hate that. I think if they just pass, we'll go ahead and try flashing. Good draw. So let's see. Let's put a 1/1. Actually, let's... Well, what do we want to do here? Yeah, I guess let's put a 1/1 counter on Adeline. Then play out Fable with another token. I could probably just go face here, but I guess we'll make sure we attack the Ashiok for at least attacking lethal damage. Hopefully this is not Shark Typhoon. Perfect. Go ahead and counter that. Beautiful. All right, I mean, they could have a Wrath, but feeling pretty good now, and we will certainly activate the top on our upkeep. Oh, that's fine. That doesn't matter. So let's spin. Lovely. Do we have lethal here? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13, 14. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13, 14, 15. No, this is lethal. Okay. Nice. Let's go. All right. Perfect. Stupid, sexy Adeline. Yeah. Create a 1/1 white human creature token that's tapped and attacking that player or a planeswalker they control. Adeline is still bugged. That's crazy. It's been that way for ages. All right, do we want to bring in anything? Do we want to bring in like a 1-drop or Thalia? I think our deck doesn't have as many just straight up creatures for Thalia, but it looks like Bribery and Treachery may not be at its best. I mean, we'll leave them in because we saw Scarab God, but they looked more control-y, so there might not be too many more extra hits from those. I mean, I kind of like bringing in the 1-drop. Maybe cutting the Memory. No, Memory's too good as well. I do feel like I can cut the Treachery for some reason. Yeah, I'll take out the Treachery, bring in the 1-drop. Leave the Bribery in, though. And then depending on what happens in game 2, we can bring it back in or whatever. I think this is an okay keep, but it's not great. Really want to draw something to do on turn 2. I'm going to go Island, pass, and maybe probe them next turn. Oh, well. Doesn't look like we're going to get to do that, maybe. I assume they're going to take the probe here, but who knows. Maybe they don't care about the cantrip or the information. I guess one way or another I have a way to look at their hand. Mesmeric Fiend. They took the Sword of Feast and Famine. Okay. Let's go ahead and probe. Thirst, Oust, Signet. Okay, their hand is really bad. That's good for us for sure. They do have 2 removal spells for a creature, but I think that's okay. I still want to grab our Rafine's Tower here for an extra white source. And then we'll go land, pass. So then we know 3 of their 4 cards in their hand. And now we can start clicking them. Oh, did they draw a counter? Oh, they draw Wandering Emperor. Oh, they drew Factor Fiction. My God. That's pretty annoying. I guess I'm going to leave the fatties. They're probably going to take the 3 drops would be my guess. But then we can steal one of the 3 drops if we want to. Oh, they took the fatties. Interesting. Okay, so we'll take the Sphinx. And that means we can Bribery the Sphinx in a couple of turns. So they have Thirst and Oust. I guess I probably need to take their Treasure Cruise with Vendilion Click. So let's do that after draw step. They have a Metamorph as well. Yeah, but we need to take the Cruise because they have too many cards in their graveyard already, so we don't want them drawing extra cards. Looks like they're going to Metamorph me here. Yep. I think it makes more sense for them to take Mesmeric Fiend, right? Because if they make a Vendilion Click, then I can Crocus it again. It's kind of funny. Oh, okay. Well, they take Bribery for sure, right? We draw Fable, which is kind of unfortunate. Then they ousted, sure. So they do have a Hullbreaker Horror coming eventually. I mean, I think I still just slammed the Hero of Bladehold here. And if they want to play Oust, that's okay. Sorry, Thirst, that's okay. They're just going to hard cast the Hull Breaker? Because they drew a Mox? Holy crap. That's unfortunate. There's our click again. So I guess I'm going to go land pass here. Plan on Wandering Emperor on their Hullbreaker Horror. They had one unknown draw, so hopefully this works. Very nice. Now they can Blood Chief's Thirst it. That's fine by us. Excellent. And now we can resolve our Hero of Blade hold here. Then click them on their draw step. And if they don't have anything relevant, the Hero of Blade hold's going to take over real quickly. Yeah, we'll take the Baneslayer, give them one rando. And that should be game. Perfect. So we can activate the Colonnade here. Smash. That's good by me. Good luck. Hey, let's go, baby. I probably should have just kept clicking them on their draw step to take any relevant card they always hit, but they had one draw step there to find something. So nice little 2-0 start here. Let's see if we can go for the 3-0. And on to the finals of this Vintage Cube draft. We are on the draw with a terrible hand. You know, I don't think we've had Black Lotus once yet, but we are still doing quite well despite that. This is a reasonable looking 6-card hand. I think we're going to keep all 3 of these spells. Although I guess I could pitch the Pestermite. But keeping Disenchant Bribery in 4 lands is not very compelling. I guess I'll just pitch the Sunbaked Canyon for now. I think I like keeping Karakas instead of the red source. Again, we only have 1 red source in the deck, and this is why I have double blue and double white. They're right, this is on the tubers. Moxjet. Hey now. Ah, so they're red aggro. Okay, well, now we're really upset that we're on the draw, but what are you going to do? That could be good. If we were on the play, that would be so much better. Because if they just play like one piece of good pressure, that's nice that they exiled that, though. Gone forever and no damage taken this turn. Do they not have a play? Oh, okay, that might be the window we need. In fact, I could disenchant the Mox here instead of holding up Mana Drain since they didn't even have a 2-drop. I think I like doing that. They could still hit a land off Voltaic Visionary, but I think I like this a lot. Nice! Another dead spell. They did draw land for the turn, though, it looks like. But they didn't play a 2-drop last turn, so... Okay, so they do cast the Stomp, which oddly doesn't flip the Voltaic Visionary. It's kind of funny. And now we'll just pass with Memory Drain open, or rather Mana Drain open. They finally hit a land, and it's a good one. Dang it. Well, hopefully they tap out for a 3-drop here. They have a Bone Crusher at the very least. How crazy would it be if they just passed the turn? It would make sense if they passed the turn next turn because they have the Saga activation, but that'd be crazy if they passed this turn and just completely deny me doing anything. Okay. So, we get 3 extra manas. Let's go ahead and lead with top. Spin the top. Those are all pretty good. Wow, those are all really good, huh? I mean, even just playing Teferi and bouncing the Visionary seems like a decent play, honestly. Bribery has a ton of upside, though. Like, a ton of upside. Okay, let's go for Bribery. Because if we hit, like, a dragon or something, it's just way too good. And there was no land in the top 3, so it might be a long time before I get this opportunity again, where everything we saw on top I could already cast. There it is. That's what I said. Dragon versus P and Kieran Nalaar basically our only options. And we will take the dragon, baby. Oh, I'm really stupid. I hardly looked at their deck. I didn't look at any of their non-creature spells. Whoopsies, whatever. So we get a pretty good sequence here if they make a creature. We can Pestermite, untap the Glorybringer to do it again. If we want to. Could also just untap and attack. Keep the pressure going. They discarded a Braid and a Goblin Guide. Yeah, Goblin Guide. Okay, that's fine. Guess they're gonna name my top. Sure. Let's go ahead and Pestermite, untap, and I think here I just attack them for 4, no exert, because that leaves them dead next turn. It also makes it really awkward for them to use Ancient Tomb, because even if they use Ancient Tomb and deal with Glorybringer, then the Pestermite is still a relevant threat. Okay. Char the dragon and concede. I like it. So Bribery, not great versus them, but still okay. I think Thalia and Usher definitely want to come in as just cheap cards, cheap creatures that can, you know, block their crap. Memory is a little bit awkward. Oh, Mishra's Factory also really good here. Could just bring in Seagate Stormcaller as another 2-drop similarly. Direfleet Daredevil's probably a really good splash as well. That Disenchant was clutch, but I don't think we need it here. I'm going to take out the Bribery versus them. It's just a little bit too slow. And while they had a couple of okay targets, it's not like crazy beyond belief, you know? Guess I should cut a land then in this instance. Maybe Counterspell plus Mana Drain is too much. For the record, we still have not drawn Black Lotus at all. Or maybe I have, but I'm not recalling it. But I'm pretty sure in all the games we have played, we haven't seen Lotus once. Can we get like a turn 1 Lotus Adeline or something? How about 6 lands and a sword? That is not what we're looking to do here. Let's mulligan down to 6. This is a keepable 6. It's not good, but it's keepable. Again, I'm going to pitch the Pain land. So we're going to play turn 1 Usher, and then either turn 2 Saga or Factory, depending on what we draw and what they do. Burst Lightning for my creature, that's fine. Yeah, let's go Saga Pass now since they didn't do anything. Since we have a fetch going to grab the, what do you call it, is also going to be pretty nice. The Sensei's Divining Top. Wonder if they just run up. I mean, the Bone Crusher is a fast enough clock, surprisingly. Yeah. So we have two different things we could play. Factory for another artifact creature. Or we could lead on Island for double blue spells. But I think Mishra's Factory makes more sense, because that can straight up trade with the Bone Crusher by itself next turn. So I will take a hit here from the Crusher, but we're going to get our Saga tokens rolling now. Okay, I don't mind seeing that. See what we draw. Funny, funny. Oh, wait, we can grab Lotus with this. Yeah! All right, worth it. Let's see what they have in their hands. They have 3 lands. Oh, this is a funny game. They're extremely flooded. Well, that would have been a good draw if I didn't have Mana Drain. And so we want to activate the Factory here as well, because we know they have junk in their hand, and that turns our construct into a 3/3, so we don't need to double block to trade with Bone Crusher. Wow, good draw. So we can actually pressure now. Go to Teferi, bounce the Bone Crusher. I think this is good. Even though that means they get to stomp Teferi after the fact. Oh my gosh. I think this is a good play. Well, Both players are flooding tremendously. So stomp the Teferi, then play their Giant is my guess. But they do have one unknown card that they drew for the turn. Oh, Dire Fleet. Wait. What does that do? Just grab Probe, I guess? Sure. Surprise! I also have nothing but land. That's good. Okay, there's the stomp, and then they get to cast the Giant after the fact. Yep. Alright, good stuff. Well, that, I would say, is a pretty nice draw. We get to be the aggressors here, though. We get to attack with both constructs. Hit them for 3, trade with the Giant. They could have actually double traded if they wanted to. But now if they don't find an answer to hero, that's going to just clean things up. The only time we saw the Lotus is when we tutored for it with Urza's Saga. What a life. Oh, did they find something? It says they're paying cost. They must have drew a spell. Wow, good one too. Dang. That's a very good draw. So what we can do, though, is Caracas the P and Kieran Nalar, and then activate the Mishra's Factory. So, still think we win this one, but that was a pretty good draw for them. Though, of course, the... actually, does this make sense? So, bounce this. They could shoot that in response. They have 2 blockers. Yeah. Absolutely. Because they would have to pay life, so... So they let 4 through, they go to 1. First striker goes on Mishra's Factory. Thopter token goes on Construct, and then the other Thopter chumps the Hero of Bladehold. Oh, no, they can't do that. Nope. Uh-oh. That doesn't work. Unless they drew something else. I guess they might have. Oh, okay, they did. They drew in a braid. Nice. Wow, that was clutch. Wow. They are right back in it. So they go P and Kieran Nalar again. Yeah. Because even if I bounce this now, they have 4 blockers for 4 attackers. Wow. Dude. Okay. This became a game. That is pretty good. That is a really good draw for them. Okay. That's a pretty... Holy crap. Are you joking? Oh, man. That's brutal. Absolutely brutal. Good beats. Not much you can really do about draws like that, I guess. So I guess they're thinking how much damage they can do this turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if they attack with everything, they immediately ping me for 6. No, but they can't push 8 damage through. It's actually hard for them to attack with anything but the Steamkin as well. Oh, or the Flyers, of course, yeah. Yeah, that's still 4 damage. Definitely dead next turn if we don't find anything. Deceiver Exarch. Bounce. Tap. That's a win if they don't see it. I have to kind of debate them here, I think. Bounce, tap. Yeah, I have to debate them. So what they can do, and this is the only way I can win, is bounce the P and Kieran, and them not use their runaway Steamkin to add mana and shoot a token. That's our only way to win. Yeah, looks like they see it. Too bad. So if I flash out the... This is a construct? Yeah, alright. So tap this, attack with everything. I mean, that would... Tap this, attack with everything. That would make them at least trade with these two. They would eat the factory. Is that good enough? No, I don't think so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Yeah, just pass. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know if there's much I can draw anymore. That was our one chance. What happens if I let them attack? Ping for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But I can block, 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 block. Okay, let them attack. All right, so I go down to 8. So I could bounce the P and Kirin Nalar in response to the trigger by untapping the Crocus, but then they would still have 6 creatures, so that doesn't really accomplish much. So let's just hold the Seaver Exarch for now. Gideon. I should just be dead on board now, but not much I can do about that. We just needed a little bit of juice a little bit sooner. Both players were flooding out, but in the end, they drew a little bit better than I did. And yeah, we're just dead here. Not the Hellrider kills us just by attacking. Weird game, dude. Weird game. The only game we've lost is the game where I had Black Lotus. How sad is that? Let's go to the next, I think. Still don't think I want the bribery. Treachery, yeah. Bribery, no. Okay, here we are for game 3 of the finals. We're playing for a trophy. We are on the play. It's too slow. It's so close, though. Also, it doesn't have a red source. We're going to have to go down to 6. Oh my gosh, this is really bad. Okay, well, I'm going to keep this and hope we draw something. Namely, lands, because this hand obviously needs help. Oh, it's going to suck to lose like this. Mulligan to 6, get some mana screw. Sure, turn 1 Magda. Where's my Black Lotus? Okay, Mountain was a start. Because if they use a non-stomp burn spell on this, we can then kill Magda after the fact. Yeah. Okay. Light up into a Visionary and a Burst Lightning. Pretty good. Double blue card, naturally. Let's take their heat. Do we want to blow up their mana source or their card draw effect? Both are pretty bad, but I think I'm going to kill the Magda here instead. They're just going to Burst Lightning my Dire Fleet, of course. Nice, Ancient Tomb hit, damn. Yep. Alright, we're probably like 5% to win this game at best. Super unfortunate mulligan. I mean, we have 10, or rather 9 blue lands in the deck. Kind of sucks. Well, there's one of them, but man, entering tapped here is so bad, dude. Oh, I'm sad. Sad, sad, sad. But Mono red does punish these type of draws, and we had two really, really awkward draws, both in game 2 and in 3. Shield breaker. So we'll just pass here. Plan is to flash out the Wandering Emperor and eat the Berserker. Take 4, but gain 2 back. And you know what? If they have nothing but lands in their hand, then the Wandering Emperor does a ton of work. So if they have a burn spell, the question is, do they want to use the burn spell to finish off the Emperor, or use it to, like, kill the 2/2 that I make, if I make a 2/2? Ooh, Grim Lavamancer is a nice one. Yeah, they only have 1 card left. Maybe they don't have anything. Not getting my hopes up. Yeah, they did. They had a bolt. Okay. Oh. Wait a minute. They're Hellbent? This is not even good. It's good, but they can still attack with both of their creatures. Well, now they get to attack with all their creatures. Jeez. Yeah, so we block the Shield Breaker. Take 4, go to 6. Hope to top deck again, but that Goblin or that Grim Lavamancer is going to hurt. Don't have much of a choice. Good beats, good beats. So like Teferi, bounce the Daredevil, draw, land, pass. Cycle Miscalc end of turn. Oh, or they just draw Hellrider. GG's. Okay, good beats. That sucks. Yeah. But that's Magic, baby. Sometimes your opponent draws better than you do, and you draw pretty abysmally. I think this deck was fantastic. We could have used a little bit more blue and white fixing, but it feels like to lose the last 2 games that we did, we just kind of had to get unlucky. Like, in game 2, the opponent had... They did have a lot of lands, don't get me wrong. They had nearly as many lands as we did, but we still had like 3 more. And then they drew a bunch of gas while we were floundering. Then that game 3 there kind of just sucked. Bad mulligan. And yeah, we got smashed. So GG's. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow might be when we get some Chromatic Cube on the upload. So hit that like and the subscribe button, and we'll see you back next time. Peace out.